I'm Jenna from Ritzman Appliance Company. We've been in business since 1950. Prior to joining Althea Suite, we were on an all paper system. So everything was done by hand. Invoices were handwritten. Inventory was done via paper note cards. So when it came time to run our deposit or reconcile inventory, it would take us sometimes 2 to 4 hours, depending on if we had to help customers. So that's been the biggest thing that Althea Suite has done for our business is speed up the process, keep everything organized. We're no longer trying to figure out what appliance is for what customer or if it's already been spoken for. The other part is running our books off of it has been really helpful to use it as a checkpoint to reconcile the numbers and make sure that everything is adding up correctly. One thing that I really love about Althea Suite is the sales invoice portion of it. That is, I'd say, the main thing that we use Althea Suite for. It keeps everything very organized. When we were doing paper invoices, one of the downfalls is sometimes people would forget phone numbers or you couldn't read their handwriting for the address. Having Althea Suite require certain areas where you have to put in the phone number and stuff like that in order to move on has really helped us not forget those aspects. We recently joined with the digital tags. That has made things a lot more organized on the showroom floor. Everything looks neater. Prior to that, of course, we were handwriting price tags, so sometimes things got a little cluttered and messy looking, and it was also time consuming every time there was a sale or a price increase. So that has, again, sped up the process and taken a lot of legwork off of us having to sit and take hours worth of configuring new prices and handwriting all new tags. Another feature that we really like is the ability to sort through different customers, keep everything really organized, especially being able to email invoices to people has been huge because if they're not answering their phone or say we get the wrong phone number on accident, that's a secondary way to contact them. It's also a way for them to look back at their purchase via email, which is the new times. So that's been really helpful. The implementation process through Althea Suite was very good. It was a little bit more challenging for us because we were coming from paper, so we weren't able to transfer system to system. Althea was great. They assigned us a team member that basically worked alongside of us pretty much 24/7 until we had our feet under us. They were also there for any questions that we had along the way if we didn't understand a certain process in the system. And then just being able to contact them if there was ever like an emergency. Example, one time the system wasn't printing, and so they have an email address that you can email, and anybody in their team can see that. So it opens it up to a bunch of people that could respond and solve the problem right away without having to wait for one specific team member to respond to that. Another feature that I really love that I've used recently with it being the end of the year is the end of the year inventory can be a very long process. Althea Suite was able to create us a specific report so that we could see exactly what was in all three of our warehouses. And then it also showed serial number and cost so that you can just run those reports. You can check, physically to make sure that it's reconciling properly. And then you can send that off to the accountant, which took a lot of time away from us having to sit and do physical inventory, regain costs on each piece and stuff like that. I think that's it. Thank you.